Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Battle Brothers. Now, in this wonderful desert city of Hakim al-Ramal, we have a 2-skull contract. However, we also have 4 injuries, about 1 or 2 of which are life-threatening. We have a dearth of tools, and we have some medical supplies. Let's sell these items. I may need to sell the rainbow scale, but I prefer not to, as it's probably quite valuable. However, given our current situation, I think it only fair to eschew work for a bit while we recover from our injuries. This also means we can't afford tools to repair equipment. Now, after the last episode, I thought, where did I get the name Aluk from? You know, it wasn't Aluk Sharma or Art Malik or anything like that. And I thought, hey, I was being creative and original, but it also sounded oddly familiar. So I typed it into Google, and I wish I hadn't. Because I immediately discovered that I know exactly what Aluk is. And the lack of originality and the fact that I'd forgotten kind of affected my enthusiasm for this mercenary company a little. So, Aluk was part of Darkon in Ravenloft. And when I say was, oh shh. Jackals coming interrupting me. When I say that Aluk was part of Ravenloft in Darkon, I mean it's the part that imploded in a massive explosion of necromantic energy and became a separate domain all on its own at the end of the Undead trilogy of adventures. And spoiled the whole campaign setting and made it a lot less fun, because they're like, hey, let's just change everything completely and make it make a lot less sense and be a lot less fun. Thanks a lot. Can I? No, I shouldn't. I should just use it like... Oh, I can't brace it like a spear. Interesting. Well, okay then. Also, hyenas are basically desert wolves. Desert wolves that inflict bleed. Now, so having had my enthusiasm affected somewhat, I'm not going to get particularly upset if this company suffers an unfortunate demise. And since the city of Aluk became an undead necropolis practically overnight, if this company were to go down fighting against an undead horde, maybe even as part of the undead late game crisis, it would be rather fitting. However, I'm not going to do anything to particularly hasten that demise. Bastards. To make things difficult, just teleporting past. Could be worse. Could have been vampires. Right. Okay, chaps, get to it. You got weapons, you got shields. The shields are really good, but for now, we just need to take some pressure off the company. Well, also, these things have low morale. Hey, that was good. Alright, what you got? Cruddy knife. cruddy knife in then. Oof, that was lucky. Now, you going to get your shield up or what? It's probably going to die and make me lose that lovely piece of headgear. Alright. Oh, you beauty. Oh, he's alive. And he gets to attack back. He's also bleeding badly. He might not make it. He's probably going to die because that bugger's just going to be alive for too long. Alright. Can we get a stun? No. Can we get a kill? No. Oh, bother. Well, we do have a lot of rather nasty injuries. So this fight could end rather badly for us. There we go. I could go to... yeah, I should. Just to offer the enemies a new target. Ah! And there we have it. Losing valuable equipment to the company. That could keep all of these people alive. Right, we'll get him there then. Oh, great. Oh my god, he's really expensive and he's probably going to get killed by this one now. By the bleed. How much bleed? Oh, okay. Well, we'll try. You lot are useless. I mean, look, I know it's night fighting penalties, right? Okay. We have a survivor, ladies and gentlemen. No, we'll go for the kill, because it's right here. This is probably a waste of an arrow. In that we might need it in a future encounter. And Omar has breathed his last. At least we got the leather cap back. And his spear and shield, so bonus, although it's not working wonders for the company's size. So yeah, not happy. I mean, look, I haven't had to look at Ravenloft stuff for maybe a handful of years now, so it wasn't exactly fresh in my memory, but I should have remembered the capital of Darkon, which is of course ironic, since Darkon's special curse is that all of the natives... Right, so... No, let's turn this around a bit. So, Azalin, the Lich who rules Darkon, wants to get out of Ravenloft. He wants to leave. And the curse of the land of Darkon is that all who enter begin to forget their life before they came to Darkon, until eventually they believe they're natives of Darkon and have spent their whole life here. So you got Azalin the Lich desperately railing against the world, trying to find a way out of this place, while all of the locals are saying, "This is great, we love it here, this is where we live," and worshipping him as a god, and so on. Yeah, so it is truly a great irony, although he is possibly the only... Well, no. There's also the whole Lord Soth controversy. And for those of you who don't know, Lord Soth is basically the Dragonlance version of Darth Vader. It's not immediately apparent, but towards the end of the original Dragonlance trilogy, before you get into like the Legends and Chronicles, then Legends weren't as good as the... What was it? Tales from Chronicles? Legend... No, I can't remember. Was it Tales from Chronicles then Legends? Anyway, I can't remember what the first trilogy was called. But anyway, so there's a point there when it does become evident that he is, just fantasy Darth Vader, which actually suits him very well. And of course, he was the only Dark Lord to actually realise, to take responsibility for what he'd done and actually feel guilty and feel bad, as opposed to all the others who tried to shift the blame and didn't want to accept things. So let's have a look. Here we are in the desert. The desert is not home to much of anything beyond the sands, so it is rather particular when you come across a lone tree setting out by itself. And even more stranger that hanging from a branch is a fat beehive with a cloud of workers swarming around its bulbous shape. Even at some distance you can see the golden amber of their honey glistening. You know what? Yeah, someone should go fetch that. That's quite valuable. Tawid laces his fingers and cracks the knuckles in a long stretch, like stealing candy from a baby. He walks up to the tree and stands beneath the hive. He poses and points up, laughs, then turns his hand up and, much to the shock of everyone, just grabs the entire beehive. The bees instantly swarm the sellsword and he drops the hive and sprints away, a cloud of angry buzzing chasing him down a sand dune. He rolls and rolls, his screams issuing out whenever he flies out of the sand, and when he lands at the bottom and a wash of sand covers him and spares him from further bee stings, well, you wait a while before retrieving him, lest the bees know your hand in this attempted thievery. And now he is being stung all over. Let's just not do that again, okay? In fact, let's camp. Let's just camp and try and recover from our injuries a little bit. But also find out what lies at the end of this road. Well, Tamim somehow survived. 9 lives, right, yeah. What have we here? Look, he can get very high range defense. Get him a bit of melee skill, and that is really low. In that case, we'll go initiative, because he's got lots of initiative stars, and we'll get him dodge. It might help keep him alive. Oh no! Look, if they attack us, we run. Hopefully we run into some... Oh, for goodness sake. Piss off! I mean, it's nice to... I told you. We're gonna leg it. We're not here to fight and die. We're here to get to the end of this road and recover from our wounds a bit, while I talk about more interesting stuff. When we get to the end of the road, there will be interesting stuff at the end of the road. For now, though, we are just being assailed by... Oh my god. This is really stupid. And the worst thing is we can't cancel the retreat and commit to the fight. So he is looking at about 2 or 3 more sets of attacks of opportunity. And he's probably just going to die to cover our retreat. Bugger. And he had a lovely helmet. He had so much potential, just like many other members of this company. For now, though, clearly all the desert nomads are just wanting to... Look, I've noticed that the enemies with this DLC are much more aggressive than they used to be. They don't give up when chasing anywhere near as quickly as they used to. Now they just follow you to the ends of the earth, practically. Look, there's nothing we can do here. We could hire someone... Yeah, that's pretty expensive. We should keep on moving. With any luck, some soldiers from the keep will go and... yeah. Make it a bit safer for us to travel this road. And perhaps we'll even find gainful employment. So yeah, if this company should perish, I will start a new one. I don't know which origin I want to go for just yet. Oh, for pity's sake. Watch as they chase us about a third of the way across the map. Okay, well there's a few professional soldiers here who we will ignore. we could go join in the fray, but let's not do that. This looks like a big settlement that we won't be able to get a... Okay, yep, I was correct. Are there perhaps some cheap tools here? No, not at that price, they're not. Right then, well, we'll sell that off. We'll get some grain. It's like rice, but different. They will experiment with ways to cook it. This whole episode's turning into a bit of a disaster, isn't it? Ah, well, it could be worse. I could have gone for a really unimaginative company name and thought I'd made it up myself. Well, I didn't think it was entirely original, but I just couldn't think of anything else at the time, and I was like, well, it's original enough. But at some point, we will find a location where work is to be had. And we'll hire some young gullible farmhands or beggars or something. We got a spear and shield already for the first person we hire, so that's a start. This is not a good road. It's leading us a very long way before it takes us anywhere profitable. Okay, Goldhoft, do you have work for us? You do, and it's 2 skulls. Of course it's 2 skulls, because you want us to die. Albrecht the Crawler. I think Crawler just means he's a miner. I don't think it actually gives him anything special. We've hired him. There is a spear. There is a shield. He will fight for us. We'll even give him a leather head wrap. Right. And unfortunately now that means we must take this task, even though it will be the death of us. Hank the steward is shaking when you greet him. He's practically frothing with anger, or maybe he's just really drunk. Citizens of this fine town are starving. Why? Because brigands keep sneaking in during the night and raiding the granaries. And if we catch them, they burn the buildings down. Now, we can't defend ourselves by sitting back. No, I want to defend myself by killing them all. The man teeters for a moment as if about to spill himself across his desk. He steadies before continuing. I want you to kill these vagrants, obviously. All you have to do is be interested and name your price. He nods. Yes, good. I'm figuring out payment for your task earlier. You get 800 crowns and the contract is done. You know what? He sounds drunk. Well, let's take advantage of this. We're southerners. We haggle. We need payment in advance. Fine. How about this? You're to receive 150 crowns in advance and another 600 when the job's done. Well, that's less, but we get some in advance. We'll take it. We've done ourselves over there. But it does mean we can get some tools for post-combat repairs. Right, okay. Mountains on every side. Oh, for God's sake! Why? Look, we're doing the best we can. There's just always massive groups of enemies around. To be fair, we could be doing better. We could have had much better luck in some of our earlier encounters. Man, I feel this DLC has messed up the game balance significantly. And that's not just because I'm used to playing with the Legend mod. It's because, seriously, veteran difficulty did not used to be this hard. Okay, what's coming to attack us now? There's a bloody castle up there. Fine. That's okay, we can go down here and get killed now. And evening draws on apace, which means it'll be night fighting. Yeah, let's just wait till morning. We got injuries to recover from anyway. Let's back away a bit because we don't want to get ambushed. I'm going to regret this. I mean, we couldn't even pay to have those wounds treated. That's how bad things are at the moment. Right, let's get in there. This is going to end badly. Fortified hill location, yeah. Because that's never hard to assault, you know. On the plus side, our opponents do seem to have a bit of a lack of ranged weapons, and let's hope that remains the case. Ooh. Spear out, they might just come down to meet us. Especially if we back away and invite them to come. Right, I want to go to there. I won't get to do much if I go to there. But he can't brace that, so that's actually okay. And they're all going to swerve around this way. So there must be some way I can use that to my advantage. Like shooting an arrow and skirting to there. I should... Oh, hello. No. I should wait. And it seems that many of my foes have the same idea. As a start, go to there and spear. Well, that makes sense. That's just going to push them up that way, though. Well, alright, we'll just use it like a spear then, because that's what it is. Come on, someone stand here. They won't do it. Right. You are a problem. And apparently Tamim cuts problems. Now, oh, flippin' heck. Look, get in there and help out. We only get the one, but that wrecked his armor, in all fairness. Got to mind the cleaver. It can go for a quick kill. Right. Actually, if we could have defeated that thug, we could have started spreading panic. As it stands, we'll just have to hope. And it's not the greatest hope. But we can spread some panic anyway. Okay, that's good. Oh, bloody hell. For God's sake. Well, it looks like I'm even making that new company sooner rather than later. Look, I know I'm not making the best use of my shields at the moment, but I don't have enough men or fatigue to do so. I should have gone to there, but I wanted to threaten this thug. And that one would have just run around to get to the archer anyway. Alright, come on. Can you get a hit in? Good. Can you do it again? Look, I realise with the arm injury it's not that easy. Okay, Abani and Tawid are the two original company members, their companion having long since been done in by a truly unfortunate incident rather early on in their career. Yep. Yeah, not ideal, but we try. You haven't gone yet. That was supreme. You know, that is lovely. And we're not getting this second, are we? Nope. Because now we just get to go like this. And be like, you want to run away, do you? Well, we'll miss. We tried. Bloody hell! Right, we're just gonna like shoot him because... yeah. May hurt. Okay, he's got some kind of survival instinct, which is more than can be said for half the nutters we've hired in this misadventure. Great. Oh, perfect. And maybe our ally will recover soon. Yeah, you run. We're not going to be able to chase you. You're too far and too fast. And we've lost too many to continue. That brings back memories of a chapter from Jarl's Saga when there's an ambush. And the ambushing group particularly set one man into a position where he will probably get killed by the person they're ambushing. Because they're not trying to kill the person they're ambushing, they're trying to get this man killed to keep the blood feud going. Because he is the only person in the ambushing party whose family already has history of this blood feud, and they're trying to spur it on. And he's young and thinks he's being done a good thing. They say, hey, look, yeah, come on, you go in from this side, I'll come in from that side, we'll get him. Yeah, it doesn't, and then they set him up to die. Right, let's go get paid and feel ripped off. The battle over, you look around at the destruction it has wrought. Albrecht the Crawler is on his back, staring blankly at the skies with glazed eyes. Other brothers litter the battleground. They are ill-shaped, ragged, fractured and fragmented, and soon fermented. It's a collectively cruel end, and now the flies are gathering, dotting the dead like skittering moles. They copulate on cold skin with shameless abandon and set about burrowing the next brood in the still warm gore. Abani walks up and asks what you wish to be done with the bodies. Well, yes, let's honour the dead, even the ones who'd only just joined the company. You nod towards the dead. Those were some fine men, and fine men get a fine burial. We'll honour them just as we should. A good hole to sleep in, crowns which they can spend in the next world, and a feast to celebrate. I'll expect the same to be done for me. The surviving men, all three of them, cheer and begin preparations. With the full understanding that we need at least twice this many to be able to cope with most encounters we should be meeting around this point in our adventures. But the game won't let that happen. It's intent on just killing off everyone we hire because they're all useless muppets. It's not good. Not a good feeling. Well, it seems death follows the Aluk company, which is of course rather apt during the whole Death Ascendant trilogy thing. So, yeah. And when we get there, it'll probably be too dark to spend the money. Oh no. Hank the steward opens the door as you get to his home. He's got a satchel in hand and holds it up. I take it by your return that the brigands are dead? You nod. The man heaves the satchel your way. You tell him you could be lying. Hank the steward shrugs. Could be, but word travels fast for those who bite the hands that feed them. Good luck, sellsword. Unless you're lying, of course. Then I'll come find you. Well, at least we got paid. Yeah, not ideal. We're going to sell that club. We're going to sell this wooden flail because we got a much nicer one. And that buckler. Thick tunic, we might get some good out of that. Nah, okay. That's actually not a bad price. Let's buy those. And while I would recommend we take them back down south again, that's also a really bad idea. Because of all those brigands on the road. Let's move. Let's move to try all the way back up here. There's a blooming castle and... I wasn't even... Fucking arsehole. No, we're not going to fight a raider. Especially not 8 bastards. Look, we're walking along the f***ing road trying to get to the other end. Not that there's anything useful or interesting at the other end. It's 17 barbarians all over again, but not quite as bad. I swear, the developers have really amped up the difficulty, probably because some power gamers were showing off and going, oh, it's really easy. Yes, screw you, bastards. The rest of us actually enjoy playing the game, instead of being like min-max power bastard cuntfish. You know, fuck off and let me play. Not happy. Bad enough it's happened to Darkest Dungeon for power gamers, making it harder for everyone else. They should piss off. Honestly, it's not fun. I mean, it was bad enough, right, around the turn of the century when Monty Cook decided he had to make power gamer not a term of abuse. Everyone knew it was an insult, but he was like, no, we should respect power gamers, they're lovely people, I'm a cunt, I'm a power gamer, fuck off Monty Cook! He was a twat. Probably still is, to be honest. Nobody loves a power gamer apart from other power gamers. That's the truth. Just suck all the life out of everything. There's all the way down here. Another road to anywhere even remotely useful. I mean, this company is just shafted, let's be honest. It's day 13, down to 3 members. It'll take a miracle to turn this around. How are we doing for injuries? Yeah, not good. Pretty bad, to be honest. Actually, I should have stopped up there, because it's not too far from the main road to sell this copper ingot. I'll try down here. Maybe we'll make a little bit of profit if we're really lucky. Large towns and castles are the best places to sell trade goods because they have more money, so they can pay a higher price. Let's see what kind of price Dusterchance is able to pay. Okay. We make 9 crowns profit, that's good enough I suppose for now. It's less than ideal, but we'll take it. And we need more bodies. Bertwin, you're the only one we can afford. Let's pop in there. Spear and shield for now, and a little bit of extra protection. And then we'll wend our merry way along this road and probably get attacked by some bunch of arseholes on our way to anywhere that might actually have people who'd be willing to hire this motley crew of useless sods. Yeah, dead end, isn't it? Yeah, bloody dead. Oh no, good. Good, something else. Well, that's a relief. So yeah, I'm not sure which origin I'd like to try out next, but it's 2 skulls again. 2 skull bastards. Give me something with 1 skull that I can actually do. You know. Let's even rest a little to improve our healing rate. And then check. Is there anyone here we can hire? Yes, there is. Okay, let's not hire those. We don't have a lot of money left at the moment anyway. And 2 skulls is not a contract we should be taking with 4 geezers. Okay, let's sell that for the money. That was pitiable. And then go back along the road. Looking for... Gonna have to go down south again and take on the impossible jobs. Try Al Anwar. Let's see how many times we got attacked on the way back down there. Just gonna check I'm still actually recording. Because honestly, with the misfortune the company suffered this episode, the temptation to re-record it and pretend it was the first time is great, but also that would be cheating, so no, not going to do that. So I should probably start thinking, unfortunately, at this early point, about what kind of company name and origin I want to play with next, because I'll probably be doing it pretty soon unless things look up. We're going to get down here and it's going to be like kill 7 sand snakes or 15 hyenas or 21 ghouls. Or something equally preposterous. We really need some more medicine soon. That is not a good sign. Well, let's rest here on the outskirts of the city before heading in. And finding a dearth of 1 skull contracts, because it's all 2 skulls everywhere now, suddenly because they want us to die. Right. Is this what we're reduced to? You know what? There's a tailor from the Northlands who is somehow vaguely interested. Oh my god, he's bloody useless. Right, so we'll sell this where it's got to. And we'll actually give him a bit of headgear as well, because he'll appreciate the fine handiwork that went into that. And then we will take this bloody road and look for a 1 skull contract, which will not exist because the game is really horrible to me today. Well, why just today? It can be horrible to me almost any day it wants to, and frequently does. Oh my goodness. Yes! 3 snakes that are far too powerful for us. And they're going along the road just like all the animals in Oblivion or Skyrim. They run away from you along the road instead of away into the wilderness. Because somebody didn't think, hey, animals avoid roads because they have people on them. And it's not as if they have an equal chance of going along the road or not. They just always go along the road because the AI is like programmed to go along roads because it's a bit quicker. Or because they head towards important destinations. So wild animals do it. It's very odd. And it's 2 bloody skulls again! Right. Stuff it. It's a caravan job. Fine, we'll do it. If we're lucky we get killed along the way, and if we're not we'll actually get paid enough to do something decent out of it. Right. Let's go. What do you reckon? 3 attacks along the way? Okay, this is a I'm not going to read through this one. They want us to hire more people. Guess what? I want to do it too. Holschlag is not a castle, is it? It's I think it's one of the ones we have visited. Oh, if it is, then we have. Yeah. No. I think we've been there recently. I think it's where our last job was. And I think there's more Two Skull contracts waiting for us everywhere. Just to be really awkward. If we're really lucky, we can even run extremely low on money before we arrive there. Because that would be perfect, wouldn't it? So I'm thinking we need to take this big payday, hire some more blokes, then probably head back down south. So, in the south everything pays higher, but is more expensive. It's basically the high-end endgame content that... I didn't swear. But we basically get to stop playing now. Right. Come closer. Wait till they close. Oh yeah, you're really helpful. He might be. We shall see. Nope! Not even remotely. Okay. So in that case, these two are now going to try rush him, aren't they? Aha! That was rubbish. And yes, they tried to rush the archer. Quite predictable, really. So, another annoying bug I've noticed is that enemy arrows and crossbow bolts turn around when they land as if we had shot them. That was not a feature before this DLC. So that was a bad move, obviously, but an impassioned one. And predictably they went for the archer, just like playing bloody Age of Wonders, where the archer obsession is ridiculous. Fortunately, unlike the other archers, this one actually is semi-competent in close combat. That's not saying much. Right. That's a bad move, because it lets them in here. God, 97. It happens. It's just XCOM dice, man. Really feels like it. Okay. You know what? Why not make it even harder and go for the 43? Alright, that stun is actually pretty bad news. And he's bleeding. So yeah, he's dead. You know, another stun. I haven't found out anything that resists stuns yet, apart from a ridiculously high tier talent. Okay, got one hit in. I don't think we're going to complete this contract successfully. I think it will be the death of the company. Unless these conscripts really pull it out of the bag. I don't see that happening, to be honest. Alright, so we're getting some decent damage in there at least. I want to unite these two, obviously, but it's just not going to happen for a while yet. Got the kill. That's a good start. Out of these two... Ooh. So he needs slightly more help. Got it. I'm not going to waste a quick shot at this point. That is ridiculously high defense, because the game is horrid. And no attack. It doesn't matter how much you defend, they always just hit anyway, because they have ridiculously high stats. Oh great, so we don't even get to shield wall properly either. Lovely. Because why should anything actually be nice and fair and balanced and reasonable? You know, why not just make it like the rest of this horrible month I'm going through? Because that'd make total sense. Watch as just like one of them survives and I have to keep on bloody playing. Right, he's not defending, so we just need to try and power him down with attacks. Which means he's probably going to die now, because he's only got 17 health left. Okay. And against all the odds, that actually worked. I'll take the aim chip at 20%, why even bother? Oh yeah, sure, cheat me of my victory. I'm having him. He's not going to get away with that. We'll have that shield as well. Right. 15, 20, 10. 18, 18, 18. Okay, that's considerably more fatigue, but a better defense spread. We are still seriously shafted though. Got to hire at least 3 more people by this point. A dead horse. Its rider is across the road, having crawled to his final resting spot. Broken arrows litter the path, the heads of them ripped off and salvaged. The man is missing his scalp, the cap of his head glinting red. After a quick search, you realise there's nothing here and to take and decide to move on. Oh well. Does that mean goblins? Barbarians? Probably barbarians. And if we go this way, yeah, we are going where I thought we were. And that'll probably be the end of the road. Well, at least we'll get paid a good amount. Reaching Holschlag, the caravan leader strikes up a conversation as if you two might have something in common. He talks of his younger days when he was a spry young man who could have done this or that. He apparently missed out on quite a lot of fighting. Oh dear, never mind. Bored of his talk, you ask the man to pay you so you can get on out of this wretched place. And before morning, let's check if the road actually does go this way out of the forest. I don't believe it does. Nah. Right, can we at least hire a few more bodies? Oh, and a 1-skull contract as well. An archer would be really good. Yeah, we're not so fortunate, I'm afraid. Let's get some more food. Some tools. Actually, that's not a bad price for medicine. And we will look at that 1-skull contract in the next episode. But for now, I'm going to leave this one here. I hope some of you enjoyed this episode, because I apparently didn't enjoy it very much, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say bye-bye for now, and cheerio everyone!